Good morning and welcome to Everyday Mindfulness. My name is Bruce Wayne McClellan. This is Medicine for Our Times. This week's theme is Bold as Love. We're going to wait a few moments for people to join us. And I'm very grateful for you today for joining us here today. I wanted to remind you that it's important to share as soon as you come on. That's the biggest impact, because actually a lot more people will actually be able to enjoy this. So I'll be reminding you of that. And also that with my new service, I cannot see you unless you make a comment. If you want to stay invisible, that's okay. But I would love to see if you want to make a comment so I know that you're here. And that I would enjoy that very much and appreciate it. So without further ado, we'll start with the music of Dina Gurney. Good morning, Scott. Thank you so much, Dina. That was absolutely beautiful. So that was an experiment today. I wonder how the sound quality is. I love that we can actually see Dina in her creativity. And I appreciate that very much. So today's theme is really about, this is actually the theme for the week, is bold as love. And you can see that here. And I'm going to read. Let's talk a little bit about bold as love. You know, I borrowed this phrase from the famous Jimi Hendrix. And I think he meant something a little bit different from what I was talking about. I think he was talking about romantic love, but my definition of love is much more infinite than that. It really is about connection. Of course, connection begins with connection with ourselves. We connect with our best self. And thanks, Dina. And Connecting with our best self is the beginning of that, but also connecting with those around us that I call our tribe, the people that are closest to us. So let's look at our today's quote. Today's quote is, "Boldness arises from within our depths, from the place where we find our best self, the part of us that's easy to love." So I like to talk about that best self as our authentic self, the best version of ourselves. And that our boldness actually arises from with that. Of course, there's a relationship between our month theme, which is around courage, and boldness. I think about boldness as courage on wheels, courage in action, boldness. And it really arises from within us. We must have that part of ourselves first. So again, welcome to Everyday Mindfulness. This is Bruce Wayne McClellan, and our theme this week is Bold as Love. And the quote is, "Boldness arises from within our depths, from the place where we find our best self, the part of us that's easy to love." So part of the job of our meditation is to find that core of our being, that part of ourself, the best part of ourself that's easiest to love. Because that's where our boldness in our action comes from. So let's begin with good posture. We'll put our feet flat on the floor, hands in the laps with the palms facing upward, sitting nice and tall. Head should feel as though it's being suspended from above. Dropping the shoulders, softening the jaw. And allow me to invite you into the present moment with 3 deeply satisfying breaths together. I welcome you to the present moment. This is the only moment that we really have. So we'll leave the past behind us and let the future take care of itself. We'll anchor ourselves in this present moment with the mindful breath. This is a slowing and steadying of the breath, and it's also paying attention as though our life depends upon it. The essence of mindfulness, paying attention as though our life depends on it. So we'll begin that mindful breath by gently breathing in through the nose, pausing, and then releasing through the lips. And pausing again. We'll continue that cycle of mindful breathing throughout today's meditation. Let's try that one more time. Gently in through the nose. Pause 3 or 4 seconds, then releasing through the lips. And ending the cycle with a pause again. Let's continue that on our own for a few moments. Now we're going to add a tiny mantra on top of that mindful breath. On the in-breath, I want you to breathe in the idea and the essence of boldness. So breathing in boldness. And on the pause, I want that boldness to permeate your being with extraordinary, unshakable confidence. On the out-breath, we're going to breathe the feeling of love, the idea of love out to our world. So breathing in boldness, pausing in unshakable confidence, and exhaling love. Let's try that on our own. Now let's release that tiny mantra. We'll also release the mindful breath and just breathe normally. Let's let go of any thoughts, feelings, or pictures in our mind so that we may join together in the stillness and merge into the silence, into the silence. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath and slowly open the eyes. Good morning. And thank you for joining us today. And especially thank you to Dina for her amazing music. And thanks for being here, Scott and Elizabeth and Dina and everybody else. As you might have figured out, I'm not able to see you in this service unless you make a comment. That's okay. If you want to remain invisible, that's fine. But I invite you to make a comment if you'd like. I also invite you to share this. I also very grateful for those who are willing to share this. And so I honor the best in who you are and the best in who you may become. Namaste. Thank you, Marty.